Like that.
Grand Rising, Elizabeth. Today is April 13th. It is now 8:47. We're going to have a great day today. We're going to do a meditation. Somebody just put something really awesome in the chat that I want to send out to everybody before we really get started. And it said, don't stop being you, because I'm not going to stop being me. That's so powerful. So we're going to take that into our day today. Don't stop being you, because I'm not going to stop being me. So today we got a couple of things on the agenda. We're going to see what the angels have to say to us today. I have some angel cards. So we're going to throw an angel card, and then we're going to do a big meditation. It's called Gathering in the Whole. We're going to look at all aspects of ourselves, the good, the bad, the ugly. We're going to call them forth and have them tell us what they need us to know, what gift they bring. And we're going to do that. It's a very powerful exercise. So I'm just going to pull one card. Oh, well, actually, more. See, that's the thing about the angel cards. They don't care about you, what you talking about, you doing. So actually, 3 cards came out, but so this is so funny. One of the cards that came out, you can see her, is joy. But this is the part that's really, really mind blowing. I'm gonna show y'all something. I had cut this out for my vision board, and it never made it on the vision board, and it just keep going from table to table. So I just put it on my pegboard the other day. I'm like, okay, you must want to be here. So here you go. Now it's jumping out again. Joy. The other one, I'll just speak on it briefly, is nature. Ariel. And that came up too for me. That came up too for me in terms of the conversation that we were having about, if you really want to know God, look at nature. If you really want to know God, look at nature. And in terms of the design of things, right? In the terms of doing things how they were meant to be done, right? There's a design to everything. Like the sun will come up in the east, and it's gonna go down. And if the sun came up in the west, we would really go, no, something's really going on the planet, because God has a design, and God's design is the sun comes up in the east, it goes down in the west, and then the moon comes up every night. It's gonna happen, whether you see it or not. It's happening somewhere. That's the nature of God. It's a design. The tide go out, the tide go in. The tide go out, the tide go in. The nature of God. Right? The clouds come, the clouds go. The clouds come, the clouds go. Just hang around for a minute. It'll be sunny in a minute, especially if you're in Michigan. It's the nature of God. So God has a nature and he has a design, as do we. As do we. So if we really start to follow the design of nature as we are designed, right? You don't see nobody walking around with their eyes on their chest. That ain't where the eyes go. The eyes go up here, right? You know what I mean? You don't have y'all know what I'm talking about. There's a design to the human being. So I'm gonna leave that alone. So just know that you're divinely made, and God gonna follow that design for each one of us, right? And then the last card that I threw out was prayer, but the only card I'm going to read about is joy today, because joy is the most important thing. It really is vibing on 10, right? What me and Tacrecia have been talking about. What vibration are you vibing at? And if you really were to look up the vibration, joy is up there at the top. Love is number 1, but joy is very close behind love. So Ramael is joy. This is so deep. There is joy in the presence of the angels. And that quote comes from Luke 15:10. Joy is food for the soul, the aroma of eternal ecstasy, wafting on heavenly air. Ramael Ramaella, flies on wings of joy and buds of spring burst forth from her creative fires. Your eternal self lives in this true realm. Where we really live is in joy. If you're not in joy, you don't left home. Ramaela, Ramaella, right? So if you're not in joy and being joyful, you're not at home, because that's the eternal realm, true realm, where the deepest love you can imagine is calling to you. This ceaseless call seeks to show you glimpses of your own immortal splendor and awaken the longing for your spiritual home. Because all we're really longing for is to go home back to God. We think we're longing for this business and that thing and get this stuff. No, we're all really longing because at some point, all of that falls away and you get more focused on God. That's the truth. Joy is not something to be acquired. Oh, see, I just said it. Here we go. Joy is not something to be acquired. Like true happiness, lasting joy is your natural state and may only be found deep within. To feel joy is a spontaneous and contagious gift of grace. Okay, Tacrecia, this is mind-blowing, right? Oh, she might have went somewhere. Catch joy from a babbling brook, the song of a bird, or the radiant flower newly opened, and then pass it on to those you encounter during the day. Do you welcome opportunities for joy to be in your life? Knowledge, truth, vision, and life are also expressions of joy. Knowledge, truth, wisdom, and life are also expressions of joy. This daily, not once in a while, but daily state of existence and awareness has to do with your attitude. Wait a minute. I can see some of y'all face like I am not in an attitude of joy right now. I saw you, Ebony. Ebony, like, oh Lord, I don't feel no joy right now. I feel what she talking. Ebony looking at me like, hell no, not joy. Wait a minute, Ebony went like this. I am so out of the box right now. I'm screaming. Ebony, like, I am not there. Okay, Ebony, we'll get you there, baby. We'll get you there. Okay. Truth, vision, knowledge, and life are all expressions of joy. This daily state of awareness has to do with your attitude as you concentrate on work, home, and family. So joy, Ebony, you at work, bring your joy to work with you. Has your life become drudgery? Are you complaining a lot? Does it bring you energy? Are you excited or bored? Joyfulness is energizing and creative and automatically attuning you with the angels. When you follow the feelings that make you feel joyful, your joy line, you accept the guidance of your internal self and your spiritual destiny. If circumstances aren't as you wish, use your imagination and ask Ramaella to transform boredom into playful creativity. Even cleaning the house and other seemingly trivial tasks can be made into lively and spirited celebrations. The angels burst forth spontaneously in the space of joy and unite with your gladness and as a choir. You too. Oh, that's how come when you get joy, you get like really amped up when you're inside of joy, because the angels and all the other ethereal energies come and be with you and hype you up even more. That's really good. Okay. You too will experience thrills of joy as you allow more and more of your eternal self to emerge. Gratitude and appreciation of this light. Okay. Okay. Got you. Deirdre, she had to go take care of her mama. Gratitude and appreciation of the light will increase your radiance 1,000 times. Gratitude and appreciation of the light of joy will increase your radiance 1,000 times. Share joy with everyone you meet and see how it transforms energy. You will discover such a deeply felt unity with others that there will be no need for words. Together, we'll find Together, we will find our way home along the joy line. The song to play with that is Anita Baker, You Bring Me Joy. So get on your joy line. That is the angel for today, the joy line.
Joy.
Oh, that was good. Oh, yeah. I need the joy line. Right? All right, you guys. So,
Reverend Omani, I just want to share, this is what I imagine that school would be like for children. To me, this is what school is. To go somewhere every day to learn these concepts and these subject areas.
yeah. 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 They make it tough for you to teach this in school. And some schools are taking it on. They're just calling it different things like mindfulness. So, this meditation we're about to do, everyone, is called Gathering the Whole. And I'm just going to read parts of it before we get into it. So, give like an introduction. And here's a point where it starts off, and we'll see what you hear in the point. Gathering the whole, for I am the first and the last. I am the honored one and the scorned one. I am the whore and the holy one. I am the wife and the virgin. I am the mother and the daughter. I am the silence that is incomprehensible and the idea whose remembrance is frequent. I am the voice whose sound is manifold and the word whose appearance is multiplied. I am the utterance of my name. And this comes from the Thunder Perfect Mind from the Nag Hammadi Library. So what do you guys hear when I read that poem? What did y'all hear?
I'm the hoe. The what?
She said she the hoe. It's really the song to say, I want a freak in the bed, but a lady in the street, right? We gotta be above all of that. It is to that. But the part about it is in the whole, we don't want to be the scorned one or the whore or the part of us that's not so ladylike. We don't want to own those parts of us, right? We actually negate those parts of us or play them down, right?
Is it the
It's the whore.
HOE?
HORE. WH.
Or the WHOLE?
WHORE, the whore.
Okay. But what's the name of the poem? It's HOLE or HORE? I mean
WHOLE, whole. Gathering the whole. Gathering the whole.
Is that that was a poem? Do you mind reading it again?
Okay, I'll read it again. Okay. and so what I want you to do is like, how do you think about yourself? Right? And if you was to really sit still and let yourself get to 0 point, what would be there? What would have a grip on your life? Right? Do you wish you had do you practice self-acceptance to all aspects of yourself? The homely you, the repellent you, the chatty, the judgmental you, the lewd you, the lonely you, the sacred you. Can you be with all of them and even hug them? Or at least acknowledge their existence? Someone tried to tell me last night that they're not gonna listen to me because I be fussing. Okay, but I own that I fuss because I'm out for something with people. If I don't fuss, listen, Black women, if you don't fuss at Black women, what Black woman don't fuss? Do you know any? I ain't gonna walk around acting. Mama. And I'm out to cause something. If you hang around with me, we going somewhere. We ain't gonna be just sitting around being bored. We're gonna be causing something to happen. Different from what's happening right now. What we going, what we doing, who we doing something. And sometimes you gotta fuss because people be stuck in their stuckness. Right? And you try to shake them loose from their stuckness and they want to fight you. Okay, really? That's what we doing. You want to fight? You don't know this Libra though. I'm from the east side of Detroit. My friends have to tell me all the time, okay, could you stop going east side? Because I will go east side on you. What the hell? So gathering the whole. I am the first and the last. I am the honored one and the scorned one. I am the whore and the holy one. I am the wife and the virgin. I am the mother and the daughter. I am the silence that is incomprehensible and the idea whose remembrance is frequent. I am the voice whose sound is manifold and the word whose appearance is multiple. I am the utterance of my name. This comes from the Thunder Perfect Mind from the Nag Hammadi Library. Right? There's another book by her name is Mary Wheat, and it's she has an essay. We'll look up the essay. We'll try to read it in the middle. And it's called Rattle Those Dry Bones. How do I achieve wholeness, integration, and reconciliation of my 1,000 different selves? My journey moves inward, deep into myself, into my soul, the glue that binds body and mind together. I must learn to recognize the strangers within, to greet and welcome selves I do not love, to feed and water each part of myself. Yet my interior hospitality is often shallow. I am shy and frightened of so many of myself. I learned that nourishing each part of myself is hard work, counterintuitive to my comforting image of nurture. And so that's the piece about me too, because my anger, I can't let her come out to play. She is not nice. I'm a Libra. I'm a double Libra. It's all air. Don't let that air get hot. That air get hot is 2 twin tornadoes coming at you, and you can't stop it until the energy just drops away. And I've had so many incidents where when that energy got hot, I just destroyed everything that was in front of me. And when it got done, you know how you feel so bad that you did that? I feel so bad that I did that. So that's when I went, okay, I can't do that. Because it's just not good. Yeah. So, yes, it is Skemet, who's the beast, but it's also Shakti in Hindu. Shakti is the destroyer. I will destroy some stuff. So I can't really allow myself to go there. And so with this exercise, we're going to actually start to gather in our scattered pieces, right? We're going to learn how to stop playing the game called 52 pickups, where we just throw everything out there and just be, because we're fed up, right? So this exercise will help us gather in the whole. So I need everybody to, I know, was that Ebony? I know you may not because you're at work, but Sheila, I need you to put on some very, very soft music, like flute music, something very soft. Flute music is really good. So everybody else, if you want to, you can go off camera, but I want you to close your eyes and start to get quiet, start to visualize, start to relax. Let's just start to take some deep breaths together. If you'd like to have a journal and some pens so as things come up. So as we have some music. Just make yourself comfortable as we're preparing. Get yourself in a comfortable position if you want to light an incense or a candle. So in this exercise, right, we're going to notice some things might make you a little bit uncomfortable, but this is a pretty long meditation, so we're going to get going, right? Because I want to have some feedback too.
Is that music okay? And is the level okay?
Okay, you can make it a little lower, like we could barely hear it.
Oh.
A little bit more. So if you want to start right now, just start rocking yourself a little bit, getting yourself comfortable, just rocking back and forth from side to side. And as we begin, okay, Sheila, let's just forget about the music because I want you to really get into that. So I don't want you to be paying attention. So, okay.
I mean, if this is cool, I'm good.
Okay, that's good.
Okay.
Right there is fine. And it's coming in and out, but that's fine, right? So I just want you guys to start rocking, getting really relaxed. You can close your eyes. And as we start to rock back and forth and get present, I want you to say to yourself, I invite all parts of me. I invite all parts of me, the forgotten part, the loved part, the unloved part, the hurried part, the ignored part, the disliked aspect of myself. I'm going to invite all aspects of myself to gather together. And I say to you all right now, all are welcome here. This is our intention. I want you to mean it, that all aspects of self, all aspects of yourself are welcomed here. And as you continue to rock back and forth, soothing yourself, ask yourself if you really want to slow down and bring all yourselves together. And if you wish, you can change the intention to reflect what you really desire and are willing to do in this exercise right now. What is your real intention? When you are ready, say softly to yourself, shh, or hush, or some other motherly, soothing, calming sound that you would use to calm yourself down. Gently, lovingly, shush away all your busy thoughts that's coming across your mind right now. Just shush them. Shh. Hush. All your busy thoughts, just keep shushing them away. Because right now, we're only making room for ourselves to become still inside. Keep shushing and rocking back and forth until you feel calm and quiet. Don't beat yourself up at any time throughout this exercise. If it feels like it takes forever, or if you can't do it, don't worry. There's all the time in the world. When you are as still as the moment before sunrise, just remember that moment before sunrise. Allow an image of a round table to come into your mind's eye. There's a round table. What is your table made out of? What does the surface of your table feel like? Run your hands across the surface of your table. What does it feel like? You may not see it clearly. You may only can sense it or feel it or even see the shadow of it. Are there any chairs around your table? Cushions? What do your seating arrangement, what do they look like? What do they feel like? Are the chairs straight back? Soft? Maybe oversized? Comfy? Maybe even leather? Is each one different, or are they all the same? Take a moment just to feel the shape and texture of the chair. Are there a lot of empty chairs there? They are waiting. If you are willing and want to invite the part of yourself that you recall the responsible one, that part of you that you recall the responsible one, the self you are most familiar with, to come and sit at the table. Ask her to sit down. and take a moment out of her busy day. And give your responsible self a chance to talk. Is she carrying a lot of things around with her? Let the responsible you tell you what role she really plays in your life. Ask her, what role do you play in my life? Ask her how she feels about the role of being the responsible one. We're only going to take a little moment for each person or aspect of yourself. And so now that we spent a moment with that part, your responsible part of you, you might want to ask that part of you or that part of yourself you love the best, that part of you that you love the best to come forward and sit at the table. Be open to whoever shows up. The part of you that you love the best, be open to have her come forward. If you can, touch her. Take a moment and tell her all the things you love about her. If who shows up is not the aspect of you that you're most familiar with, ask her, who's here now? And why don't you know her? Just take a deep breath. Keep breathing and rocking yourself. And when you are ready, ask that part of you that judges others to come to the table. How does she enter the room? What is she wearing? How does she enter the room? The judgmental you. How does she carry her body? Ask her role in your life. Ask her if she's judgmental because she's been judged. I want you to take a moment and listen with an open heart to whatever she says. Now ask her if she has a gift for you. Now look and see if you have a gift to give her. And as you exchange gifts with your judgmental aspect, we're going to take a look and ask the part of you that is still a child inside your little girl to come and sit for a while. What age is the little girl that appears? Does more than one child come to the table? Give her a gift, something that you've always wanted as a little girl. Reach out to her and adore her and give her a hug. She may not feel comfortable with you because you've not given her much attention. So just give her a little time to warm up to you. Ask your little girl what she needs to feel nurtured by you. She may not respond, which to let you know you need to give your little girl more attention, more nurturing. If she's not so responsive to you, reassure her that you promise to take care of her more than you have been. Now we're going to ask that part of you that pushes to get things done to come to the table. That part of you that's always busy making it happen, ask her to come forth and sit down for a while. You've been so busy, you may not even be that familiar with her, but invite her to come and sit down for a well-deserved rest. Ask her what she needs to help her know when to push and when to let go. You might want to massage her neck or feet or meditate with her. She's so busy. She needs to take a moment for herself. She may be critical and push you away. Because she's busy and she's got things to do. But welcome her anyway. Keep breathing. Take a deep breath and rocking yourself back and forth as you continue to invite in the room and to the table. Invite in, if there is a do nothing, laid back, lazy, procrastinating self that wants to make their way to the table, invite them in. Continue to breathe. You might have to have you might have to silence the pushy one and the judgmental one. Move them out of the way for this self to come to the table. What does this self have to say? What gift does she want to give you? What does she need from you? Keep breathing. And when you're ready, I want you to ask that part of you that's critical of you and others to come to the table. Come on in. Pay attention to them very closely. How does she carry her body? Have her sit near you. How does she look? How does she feel? Ask that aspect, the critical aspect of yourself that's critical of yourself and others. Ask them what they need to be nurtured, what they need to be loved. Ask that part of you that makes yourself wrong what she fears happening if she stopped making herself wrong and criticizing herself and others. What will happen? I want you to welcome her to the table. Give her a hug the best way you can. And continue to shush and rock yourself. Now, there's a warrior inside of you. A spirit that defends you, demands, stands up for you and others. Invite her to the table. She might have helped you come to where you are right now in life. Just thank her. When your warrior is present, how do others feel around her? Is she hard? Is she easy for you to see and speak to? Ask your warrior self what she needs to be nurtured. How about the people pleaser that's in there? The nice girl, the lady. Surely she doesn't want to miss this party. What is she wearing? What does she do when she looks around to see all other parts of herself? Or is she in some other aspect of yourself, like the responsible one? Or she may just be on her own. How does it feel to be with her? Are you comfortable? Familiar? Is she irritating? Be sure to ask her what she needs. You have to be patient with her. And remember, she's part of you too. Keep breathing and shushing yourself. Now look to see who's lagging behind, who's hurt, hiding. They're almost extinct. Is there another hidden self that's out there? Draw her into the room and invite her to come to the table. Remember to rock yourself and allow those aspects that may almost be extinct to let them know it's okay to come forward. And don't be upset with yourself for ignoring any aspect of yourself up until this point. It's our first time to embrace all aspects of ourselves and open our hearts. Ask the one who's been hurt and hiding and neglected what she needs to be nurtured. Embrace her. She may not have any words. She hasn't been able to speak for a long time. Just offer her your understanding and let her know you will neglect her no longer. And just sit with her for a minute and shush her, rocking back and forth, letting her know it's going to be okay. Just a few more to go. Now we're going to entice and invite in our highest self to come to the table, our highest spiritual nature. And when you see them walk in the room, can you see or feel their light? Are they surprising to you? Have them come and sit next to you. Do the other aspects react to your highest nature as they come to the table? Come to the table. Ask your spiritual self what she needs to be renewed. And ask her if she has any messages from you from other realms. Now we're going to invite that physical aspect of you to come to the table, to enter the room. The part of you that has a Volvo, a sex drive, fantasies, all kinds of desires, that lives in the moist places in our body. Did she dance into the room, sashay in, shaking her booty? Or she just slide shyly into her chair, wanting to be unnoticed, crossing her legs? When was the last time you listened to her needs? What does she want from you? And as we continue on to invite in aspects to the table, we want to call in that part of you that you loathe, you can't stand, to come to the table and sit for a while. It's a part of you that you despise. You just don't like her. She is the part that's secret from you, most hidden from you. You know, that part of you that if someone saw you, you're sure that they wouldn't like you or wouldn't want to have anything to do with you again. Whoever comes to the table and comes in the room, and whoever it is, let it be okay. Stop judging them just for a moment. Can you find something about that aspect of yourself to appreciate or like about that part of you? Continue to try to hold the space to welcome them. Try to see the beauty and usefulness. Offer them love. Ask her, what part does she play in your life? What gift does she bring to the table? Why is she a part of you? What does she need? Now we're going to open our heart and imagination even more. Who else, if you wanted to summon to the table, who would you invite in? Is there anyone that you're afraid to see? Ask, is there anyone else who has a message for you? Allow and accept anyone who wishes to join you. Because without them, you wouldn't be fully you. To come to the table. Because at the table, all are equal and all aspects of us is welcome. Continue to rock and shush them and invite them. Invite them all to come in. Is there a shy one waiting to come in from the wings that's still hiding out? Invite them in. Honor all aspects of yourself. No judgment, reserving judgment for whoever card came to the table. I'm going to take a moment and allow the various selves to communicate with one another. And with you. Maybe somebody else has something they want to tell you. And from this, we want to cultivate wholeness and acceptance of all aspects of ourselves the good, the bad, and the ugly. Let whatever wants to be said just to flow through you. No control or force, no judgment. Just shush and rock yourself as we gather in the whole. And just listen to them all talking together in harmony, in unity. I want you to step back from the table and see them all. See the whole. Now I want you to open your arms and give one big old hug, and gathering them all in, hug them all. I want you now to all hold hands together in a circle. And we pray a prayer to the divine, asking that all these selves stay with us and help us along our way in life. We ask for a blessing for each aspect of ourselves to bring forth the gift of help and guidance or love that each one offers. And then we want to thank each and every one of them for showing up. And if there's anything you want to write about your congregation of selves, just take a moment to do that. And then come back on camera so we could talk about it for a minute. Oh. Okay, you guys ready, or are y'all still writing, or what? Lolly, while we're waiting for everybody to come back, that day, somebody asked you, I think it was Queen of Duty, how'd you become a Buddhist? I couldn't talk that day. My throat was messed up and I couldn't talk that day. I was like, I want to tell her I became a Buddhist.
Oh yeah.
Girl, next year it'll be 50 years I've been a Buddhist.
Oh wow. That's a wonderful time.
Tacrecia was saying to me today, when we were talking this morning, she was like, you was when I first met her, she was like, you was just smiling, your eyes was twinkling. I was like, girl, that's Buddhism coming through me. Even in the professional photos we took with Ambrose, my eyes just twinkling.
Yeah. It definitely worked.
That's those Japanese ladies chanting on your holding get you know what? What? Chant. Okay, y'all. How was that for y'all? What came up? What showed up out of that exercise?
I want to go because there was one when you said bring the judgmental one in the room. The first thing that came in is who invited. But I had to realize that I'm grateful for that judgmental part of me because she is very helpful in my intuition and like reading what's going on and what does not fit what's for my life. So I'm grateful for that, even though sometimes it's like, chill out. But but yeah, that one was really huge. And then for me, the responsible one is also the pushy one. And so I had to give her a moment to not come back to the table, but to actually relax at the table. Like just calm down. It's all right. I would say that the one I would say is more repressed and kind of just does her own thing and doesn't really come up is probably the romantic one. And she's this, but she kind of is just like, I'm unbothered. So she just somewhere in the back, get her when you need her.
She like Tina Turner. She a private dancer.
Yeah. Yeah. And then my people pleaser self is actually also the shy one. Because like I'm usually really outgoing and vibrant, but that's when I'm like most comfortable. But if I'm like not sure and I want to make sure everybody's okay, I get really quiet. And so that was my shy one. And then thinking about the little girl, my 7-year-old self, I gave a canopy bed because she wanted to be a princess. And my 13-year-old self, I had to affirm her because she didn't know exactly who she was, and she didn't feel like she was up to par. She didn't feel beautiful. She didn't feel like the princess she wanted to be. So I was able to, when she sat with my mini selves, she was able to feel warmth and loved and embraced and see who she is in so many capacities. So this was great. I'm still, me and the judgmental one feel like looking at each other like, girl, but yes, I love it.
Yeah, really good. Good work, Lolly. All right, who else want to share? Okay, y'all done had all them people show up and they ain't got nothing to say. Lord Jesus.
For me, I just realized that my little girl, there's still another aspect that there's an immature one involved, but they're different. The immature and the little girl are two different entities. And then
about what age is the immature one?
Oh, I gotta do ages.
Yeah, if you could look at her and imagine her when she came to the table, she was about how old?
She's an ethereal piece. She's not, because she's like an entity, a spiritual entity, because she could show up in any of the spaces.
Okay, gotcha.
What would I call that? What would you? I don't know. I couldn't really see an age group. It's just the characteristics of these people. I would need to go back and do an age thing. Because I remember at some point I felt like my little girl, and then I was like, I need you to grow up a little bit. And, so does she now become a teenager, a tween, a teenager, a young adult? Mm-hmm. We got to talk about that. The different levels of, yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right. Anything else?
Well, when we came to the judgmental one, and you said give her a gift.
Yeah.
I gave her a box of mercy and grace.
Okay, that was good.
Yeah.
That was good, Yeah, that's good, Queen Adonia. I love that.
I really can get on myself as to why you do that. Why you do that and stuff, and why you even think that? Why?
Yeah.
If yeah, why? And where is that coming from? And and then why do you do that to her or to him? And yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Anybody else?
Reverend Omani, I was just thinking that I think some of these energies can be coming from our DNA marker, the things that are down our ancestral line. Yeah. So, yeah.
Have you ever heard of Carolyn Mice?
No.
Okay, she does a lot of this kind of work where she talks about the different aspects of your health. Like, like mostly everybody on here has a healer. Like when I got sick, how many recipes came through? They were like, do this, gargle with this, take some of this. Everybody has an aspect of a healer on here. Some aspect of healer, right? And then like the teachers, like some people are teachers. A lot of y'all on here, y'all are teachers. Right. So aspects of yourself that way too, Mama Het.
That's what I did. Oh my God.
Like got people on here, aspects of warriors. You can see, like Sheila, a warrior will come up. Don't come wrong.
Oh yeah.
Just don't do it. Right. And Lolly be looking cute, but she'll get with you too. Be looking cute, but she'll get with you too. And then all you gotta do is put some paint on your face and you turn into somebody else, Mama Het.
Yeah.
So we got those aspects of ourselves, and that's like, it's not just your DNA marker, but those are aspects of ourselves that we don't responsible for all of them. And all of them are in there because when they need to come out, they come out.
They do. Because I did a whole list. I have the aunt, the dancer, the mother, the daughter, the sister, the cousin, the sexual one, the shy, the gangster, the gambler, the counselor, the work. I went through all, it got a little crowded over here. Everybody is.
And so that's how it becomes important to take care of those aspects of yourself, because a lot of times we don't give certain ones voice and they need a voice. And a lot of times if you don't give them a voice, they will act out on you and you'll wonder why you acting out. That's some aspect of yourself that you're not giving yourself any attention. You're ignoring them.
That's like when you called certain ones, the rest of them was like, but we in here too, so yeah.
Okay. So we got all those aspects of ourselves. So we have to honor those. And especially the ugly, the bad ones and the ugly ones. We don't like them.
We put ugly on here, ugly.
Okay. Yeah, those aspects, that as we be like, no, I'm not even talking to you. And they be like, really? So that's how come I really, for myself, I take on owning all aspects of me, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Because I can be ugly and don't care.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta throw one more out there real quick because I
Yeah,
just
go
imagined
ahead.
what happened. And I don't really know about the Orishas that much right now, but when you talked about the warrior part of
Yeah.
me, I don't know what happened in what spirit was like, oh yeah. And I was like, I don't even know who that is. And so I just looked it up, and that's like the goddess of lightning and thunder and all of that. And I'm like, that's me. But I need to get there though. Because
But when
usually I'm
yeah,
calm, but if I need to get there.
it's like when I did this and asked the little kid to come in, I got a little posse to come. I got a posse of them. I run with a posse of kids. It's a posse.
Little rascals.
It's a little rascal posse, and they will kick your ass. I remember the first time I got really in touch that it was a posse. Because mostly I don't let people get with me, but Spirit was trying to have me grow. So it's like, let people say what they need to say to you. So I let this person say everything they want. Okay, go ahead. Everything you want to say to me, just go ahead. I'll give you. Girl, that girl energetically blacked my eyes, bloodied my nose, tried to knock out one of my teeth energetically.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa, right? I went to bed. I woke up the next morning. My girlfriend called me up. I woke up. And when I woke, the way I answered the phone, she was like, oh my God, what's wrong with you? I was like, oh, I don't know. Let me call you right back. Let me get myself together. And when I got off the phone, I got with myself. I'm like, what is going on? This is what I heard. We mad. Wait, here I go. We mad. Here I go. Wait, here I go. We mad. We who?
How many take
That was the
attendance?
first time my posse spoke to me. It was like, you let her beat us up and we couldn't say nothing. We mad. And that's when I really like acknowledged them for all the years that they had protected me, took care of me, showed up, and I let them know that I had grown up now and then they had to. And so I haven't really seen the posse in a long time, but my posse would come. It's about 10 of them, so they're not that big. So they just jump all over you. One be on your head, one be on your arm, the leg. They be punching you in the side. Like they be all over you, be pulverized by the time I got done.
You got some midgets hanging out with you?
Midgets. They are little midgets. Yep. But they're more like Chucky midgets. They more them kind of midgets. Yeah. Them kind. They're still kind. So that's what I got one of the first times I did the exercise. So I had to go, okay, y'all ain't got to beat people up no more. Okay, so anybody else start? Did you see something out of this exercise?
I think I may need some coaching behind my ear because
Okay.
I didn't have them come in. Well, let's talk about my table first. It was made of stone, and the chairs all around the table. It's made of stone because the stone is hard and sturdy. And so I had all my people.
They weren't trying to sit on no hard ass stone.
No, not the chairs, the table.
Oh, okay.
Chairs, they did have cushion.
Oh, okay.
So I told them all, I said, all y'all just come on in here all together and sit at the table, which they did because all the chairs was full, and I didn't give them no gifts. I didn't do any of that. I told them all, I said, each one of us is going to be like God. We got a goal, we got a determination. So each one of us is going to be like God, and we're on our way to do what we came here to do. And I know that sometimes I tend to be in a hurry. I use my past to catapult me to stay determined to do what I came here to do because of the goal, which is I want to go home. Not necessarily, my spirit leaving this body, but I want to be at home here because I have to be here. And so that's why I had them all come in at the same time. And I told them what I wanted. However, I did ask this one person, I'm not even sure she was sitting at the table. I said, which one of you guys is still stuck in this cave? In that cave? Which one of you is it? I need to know. And I still have not got an answer yet.
Scared.
She didn't answer me.
Yeah, I think she might be a little scared.
Well,
Scared to come out because, you know, she been hidden for a long time. Something scared her. So you're gonna have to reassure her it's okay to come out. That you'll take care of her.
Okay, now the person, when you said something about the child, I went back to when I was happy. The first one I saw was when we were still in Kansas. I was about 5, and I was outside playing.
Mm-hmm.
And then I said, oh, wait a minute. That wasn't when. It was when I was still in my mother's womb before my sister was taken. That was when I was the most happiest. Everything else after that was in depression, even though I didn't know what was going on. And that's pretty much it as far as any of them being separate.
Okay. All right. That's really good work, Star. Who else? Anybody else want to say anything? Mama Evelyn, Tacrecia?
Well, I'm working, but and I I like when you finally said which, because I kept asking because a lot of them are together. I'm a Gemini, which is that twin stuff, right? So it's like how Lolly was saying the people pleaser was with another one, and like the responsible one for me, and the excuse me for not being on camera. I work from home, so I'm just gonna put it like that. And um so it was the responsible and the one that's like all like dependable or something like that. It's the word you said. And so like they were together. You know what I mean? And but both of them was like, man, we tired of that. We tired. Like somebody else gotta pay the bill when somebody's short. And somebody else gotta be the one that wake up. Like I remember in freshman year of college, a girl drank too much. The cues was they thought they was about to do something with her. Who knows? They called me. They as in 4 men. One of them was a bodybuilder, still a bodybuilder to this day. Woke me up out my dorm. It was like, we need you to come and get her out. Me? Like I saw the light in your eyes. They saw that I was about that life.
Yeah.
That I'm responsible. I'm the one that's and I went in there and was like, where's she at? I'm 18 years old. These grown men. Room red, dark. You can smell all the stuff happen. It was a real party at Michigan State University. They like, she in the back. I said, give her to me. Didn't phase, none of that. But that part of me is tired. She is tired. She's been doing that since Rose was born. So I was 2 when my baby sister was born. And I've been fighting for people, defending people responsible, grocery shopping. I mean, she's tired. She like, look, somebody else got to do it.
Okay. All right. I got that. All right. Go. And and that's the part, you guys, you got to give those aspects of yourself a voice. Because they'll tell you what's going on if you give them the voice. Right. And so you now that you know which aspects it is, and you can actually see those aspects, you can call them forth and ask them what do they need from you? What message do they have from you?
You know, this is why I really like studying other cultures, because you can find some of yourselves in other spaces, because we're greater than just this vessel, because we've been in every lifetime and every culture. So taking a look in that aspect also helps, because I remember when I first met Haru, I was very deep into church about, and when I met him, I asked him, I said, so if you believe in God, why are you studying the planets and all of this? And he told me, he took a breath, he said, who made them? And I never asked again. But when you look from other eyes and other cultures, because especially from this westernized world, it's a very stolen and and knowledge left out culture.
Yes.
When you go to other places, you get the pieces that were taken or left out, and it helps build a whole self. And then you understand that you're greater than this vessel.
Well, yes. And the thing about that too, about the person is stolen, that's how come doing research and asking questions is so important. Because when you actually start to read and study, you go, what about If you ask that question of the universe will send you the answer. The universe will send you the answer. When I was studying really deep into it, I'm like, okay, so what's the deal with Jesus? And next thing I know, all these books came to me. It's like, oh, when we got to Judaism, I was like, oh, the Jews don't believe in Jesus? Why they don't believe in Jesus? Okay. Then all the books came to me to explain to me why they didn't believe in Jesus. And then one day I was reading, I was like, well, what was happening in Jesus' time? You know, because I'm going to tell y'all something. In school, I never understood the timeline. BC, AD, I never understood the timeline. I never understood the timeline until I started studying deeply. And I went, well, Jesus wasn't the first person on the planet. Who was here before Jesus? Well, Socrates, Plato, all those people was here before Jesus, and Jesus learned from them. And when Jesus was gone for all that time, he went to Africa. That's where he had all the truth. So when you start to study and start to put together the timeline and what happens, it will actually send you back to really, so that you could actually put the truth together.
Right.
So that's the part. And ask the questions like, what happened right here? Something happened right here. And when you start asking about what happened during that time, it'll come to you. That was always so amazing to me, how the truth would come when you start asking the universe for the questions. The answers would come.
Right. Just like when I was at church, I would, being at church, I would always feel hungry and say, there's something more, there's something deeper that something that's not happening here. And then when I wanted to study further, that's when I went to the museum, and the Vodun exhibit just happened to be there. And then I got that answer, and it just opened up my world so much more. Because I said, I want to know what we studied before we got this, because it was implanted.
Yes. Yeah. So it'll come to you when you start to ask those kind of questions, and when I started practicing Buddhism, it took me so far. That took me way out there. It took me way out there.
Edge of the universe.
It really took me so far out there but the part I had to really get, Buddhism so deep, you can understand it and you still don't understand it. That's how deep Buddhism is. You can understand it and you still don't understand it. However, the thing that had me in my journey of traveling around, the thing that had me continue to be a Buddhist was the fact that Buddhism was the only one doing what they said they was doing. Buddhists say they are about peace, and ain't no Buddhist, you ain't never hear no Buddhist start no war. The Muslims war, the Hindus war, the Christians war, you ain't heard no Buddhist start no war. So I'm like, oh, okay, I can hang right here because they say peace and they mean peace.
It's an internal, it's an inside job.
It's the inside job. So that's why I stuck with Buddhism, because it's like after I studied everything, it's like, well, they're the only one ain't fighting. Everybody else want to fight you because they right. And fight you because of their righteousness, and they're not right. They're all right. And they're all wrong.
I like that.
Yeah, they're all right. All right, Queen Aduni, that's the show for today.
Love y'all. I gotta go to work.
Yes, 10:02.
Tacrecia. Coach T, see you later.
Wonderful show. Wonderful show.
Talk to you soon, Mama Head. Love you. Talk to you too, Lolly. Ebony, can't wait to hug your neck. Star saying. Evelyn, love you. Peace, everybody.
Peace,
You
God.
didn't say nothing about Queen.
I did.
Oh, you started off with me then. Okay.
I thought I did. Queen, you know what? You my girl. We actually gonna have to go on a double date since our guys know each other. So
I know, right? Right.
yeah, we gotta do that.
I love you all.
Cat shenanigans.
All right, we're gonna learn something tomorrow. We're gonna talk about some good stuff.
Hey, Quinn, you know what was funny is that when we gonna wrap the show up, everybody like took a breath and got real quiet. That was so funny.
Oh, no.
Everybody like
It's over?
early. Because it used to go to 10:30 most times. And then we got, we got on it, 10 o'clock. But I'm like, I didn't feel like dang, but I do feel like I can't wait to write. I'm gonna write everybody. I'm about to write some more people down. It's a whole lot.
Well, I'm gonna shorten it like when I put that thing in there, posted it with spirit.
Mm-hmm.
It's that part. I'm gonna put Rev, I'm gonna start with the meditation and take it right there, and I'm gonna post that because everybody should go through that. I want to go through it, especially hearing everybody talk about what they experienced. Now I want to go through and listen to it again and get real quiet and not be busy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And because even then I still have to pay attention to what's happening.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna put that in. And okay, Mama Evelyn. You okay?
Yeah, they just knocked over the fountain and the floor wet.
So that being said, Rev,
Cats.
I should be able to connect with hopefully today.
Yeah, baby. I'm up and going. Except for call me in the afternoon because I couldn't sleep last night, so I still gotta go sleep.
I couldn't sleep at all last night.
Da, 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 da.
Give yourself a hug. Oh, that back. Oh, that feels good. And give the world a big hug. We're so glad to see you nice and healthy and vibrant again, Reverend. Prayers do work.
Yes, they do.
They do.
They
They do.
Peace out.
Love you guys. Mwah.